Don't let a breakup destroy who you are. How men can move on faster and stronger. A breakup can feel like an identity collapse. One day, you're a partner, a provider, a protector, a planner of futures, and the next, that role is gone. For many men, this sudden loss doesn't just hurt emotionally. It shakes their sense of self. But a breakup should never be allowed to destroy your personality, your masculinity, or your direction in life. In fact, handled correctly, it can become a turning point that makes you stronger, clearer, and more grounded than before. A breakup is an event, not a definition. One of the biggest mistakes men make after a breakup is letting it redefine who they are. You didn't lose your value because a relationship ended. You didn't suddenly become weak, unlovable, or not enough. A relationship ending means compatibility ended, not your worth. If your entire identity was built around being someone's boyfriend or husband, the breakup will feel devastating. That's why strong men build identities rooted in purpose, discipline, values, and self-respect, not external validation. Feel the pain, but don't live in it. Moving on fast doesn't mean suppressing emotions or pretending you're fine. Pain ignored becomes baggage. Pain processed becomes strength. Give yourself permission to feel disappointed, angry, or sad. But put a time boundary on suffering. Journal your thoughts. Talk to a trusted friend. Train hard. Cry if you need to. Then make a conscious decision not to replay the breakup story endlessly in your head. Rumination is where personality erosion begins. You're not weak. For feeling it's staying stuck that does damage. Do not beg, chase, or negotiate your worth. Nothing destroys a man's self-respect faster than begging someone to stay. Once a breakup happens, chasing closure, explanations, or validation keeps you emotionally dependent on someone who has already chosen to leave. Closure is internal, dignity is remembered. Walking away with composure protects your confidence and accelerates healing. The fastest way to move on is to stop handing your emotional power to someone who no longer holds a place in your life. Rebuild your structure immediately. Breakups create empty space, and empty space invites destructive habits. Alcohol, isolation, late nights, and obsessive social media checking can slowly reshape your personality into something bitter or passive. Instead, rebuild structure fast. 1. Lock in a consistent gym routine. 2. Improve sleep and nutrition. 3. Double down on work or a meaningful project. 3. Reconnect with male friendships. 4. Reduce idle time. Structure stabilizes emotions. Discipline restores self-trust. Separate love from self-worth. Many men unconsciously link being chosen by a woman to their value as a man. When the relationship ends, their confidence collapses with it. This is a dangerous belief. Your worth comes from your character, your competence, your integrity, and your ability to handle adversity, not from who stays or leaves. Relationships should complement your life, not validate your existence. Once you internalize this, moving on becomes faster and cleaner. Use the breakup as a mirror, not a weapon. Blame either toward her or toward yourself keeps you stuck. Instead, analyze the relationship honestly. 1. Where did you compromise too much? 2. Where did you ignore red flags? 3. Where can you improve communication, boundaries, or leadership? This isn't about self-criticism, it's about refinement. Every breakup contains information. Extract the lesson and leave the pain behind. Upgrade. Don't retreat. A breakup is not a signal to shrink your life, it's a signal to expand it. Learn a new skill, improve your physique, increase your income, travel, build something that excites you. Progress creates momentum, and momentum kills heartbreak. The man who grows after a breakup doesn't just move on faster, he becomes someone who attracts better relationships naturally. Final thoughts. A breakup can hurt deeply, but it should never dismantle who you are. You are more than a relationship, more than a rejection, and more than a chapter that ended. When you protect your dignity, maintain structure, and focus on growth, moving on doesn't take years, it takes clarity and action. Let the breakup end the relationship, not the man.